Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jody Scotter and tonight I'm going to do something really fun. One of the ladies I have traded with in the past, she sent me these cute little lino cuts of this man. And what we decided to do, I sent her some backgrounds and she added on to them. And then she sent me these so that I could do some backgrounds and then send one to her and keep one for myself. Now, ATC cards, if you don't know what they are, they're art trading cards and they're traded all over the world. They're 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And this particular card is going to be traded to a lady named Jane who lives in Australia. She's very talented with her lino prints. I had some really fun background paper that I made using some watercolor. Actually, I think I used acrylic inks with this one. What I did was I put it on a jelly plate and wet it and then just dab the paper in it to get some really cool, background colors happening here. And I just really like the blues and greens mixed together. And then I took some watercolor paint and just did some big bold lines on some watercolor and then cut these out. So I'm going to be attaching them together. And for two of them, for the main part of the page, I'm going to add these men. So it's quite a tight, tiny cut. Like you can see, this is my finger. It's not much more than 1 inch here. So instead of using my scissors, which I could do, but I don't think I would get as good of a cut, I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. Now these knives are extremely sharp, so you have to be careful. But what I like about them is you can get a really close cut. Now this particular lino print, I could have left it in a square, but I kind of wanted to just cut the outline right off. Okay. I'd love to know if you do art, if you like to cut with your X-Acto knife or if you like using your scissors. Depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I really like using my scissors. I even have a big cutting machine, but sometimes I just like hand cutting things. It reminds me of when I was young, I used to cut out of catalogs. I thought that was so fun. So I'm just going to cut these little men right out of the paper. This is a nice sharp blade. And then once I get it out, I don't really have a plan yet. And a lot of the times when I'm working on cards, that's how it is. I don't always know exactly what I'm going to do next. Sometimes if I get stuck, I'll actually just leave it. I've got some little containers clear containers that I put cards in. Like for instance, let me just show you here. I've got in this container, I've got some cards that I'm working on. They're pink pony cards. And then I have some other ones that I'm going to be teaching a class on. So those are in another container. And then I have some birthday ones that I'm going to be doing. They're in another container. So sometimes if I don't know exactly what I'm doing, I'll just put it in a container to the side. Maybe I will be doing something else and an idea will come to my head. Or sometimes just working on a piece, some ideas will come. I always find that you're more creative when you're being creative, you know, when you're actually using your hands and just creating. So this is very, very tiny fussy cutting. I think scissors would be very difficult to cut this. I really hope I don't wreck this piece because it's a nice lino print, but I have to get a really close cut. All right, let's see if we got it here. Might have to do a little bit of touch up after, but it's not bad. All right. So yeah, not bad at all. I'm just going to go back in and get a little bit off. Sometimes you can even take a little pen and just kind of mark the edges. But I'm just going to cut a little bit more off here to just tidy that up there. So it's very finicky, as you can see. Not everyone likes doing this finicky work, but I really like this little lino print. Must have been very hard for Jane to even carve that out. I don't know how she quite did it, but yeah, that's cute. Yeah, a little bit more here. There we go. So then what I like to do is take my papers and just kind of play around. You know, I could omit that one completely and just have him on the bottom here. Looks like he's outside. But I really like this added piece, this blocking of these two colors. Now, what I might do is cut this so that I can save the other half, or I can just glue this right on to here and then decide what I'm gonna do. So I can put him at the bottom. I can, let's see, I can put him right in the middle. I can put him half and half here. I can put him over to the side. I could even cut that to make it look like a mountain. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. And I just kind of like to play around until I see something that I love. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I usually like my cards to be vertical, but sometimes when you're working on something, it might be more horizontal, like in a landscape layout, that it looks better. So I don't mind this at all. And then I probably will round the corners on this one. I also got some really cool punches today. I should have brought them upstairs. One has these arrows and it is just so funky. So I could see maybe cutting the arrows out of the side here, and then I could put a solid color behind, or I could just leave it open. Sometimes I also like to stitch through the open space, but I think I would just leave it open. But I think I'm gonna do that. I'll add that to there, and then I'm gonna cut out this other guy too, because I'm gonna have one, and then I'm gonna send one to Jane in Australia. So yeah, I don't mind that. I'm gonna play around to see if I can get one of these going vertical, just because that's how I like my cards. But Jane might not mind if hers is horizontal. So that's something fun. I have done collaborations with a couple other people, and it's just a fun way to make something different. So what you usually do is you send 2 backgrounds to the other person. They send you 2 backgrounds, and then you finish both of them and send one back. Or in this case, what I did with Jane was she sent me the picture, and then I did the background. The other 2 I sent her, I did the background as well, and then she did a lino cut of a cat. So she sent me a picture. I know that that's coming, and it's really super cute. But I will continue on these, and I'll show you a picture of what they look like in the cover. So if you like pictures and ideas of ATC cards, and you'd like to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate any likes and comments below. Have a great night.